tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Saturday. So I have the question of the week, which is, where's Toya? Okay, so this video is mainly for Facebook because I used to post every video I do on Facebook. And then in addition to that, I started posting memes and stuff to go along with it that I would go on Facebook and Instagram, but I stopped. And I really kind of wanted to just explain that and give a video behind that because I'm sure people have been wondering. So if you've been wondering, this is why. So I'm in a private group. It's a mentorship that I'm a part of. And I made a post in that group that was related to something that companies do with mortgages. Okay. Some illegal stuff that companies do with mortgages. And Facebook blocked it, stating that it had contained sexual content, sexual language, nudity. And I'm sitting there like, really? Nudity? How is an article about some legal information, sexual content, nudity, adult content? How is that? So basically what you're telling me is everything I put in that article was true. Everything that was in that article that I posted was true. Not everything I put in there, but everything that was written in that article was true. And it was off of a lawyer's website. So I started thinking about that, and that really pissed me off because they blocked me for 24 hours. I couldn't make any posts, couldn't respond, couldn't even give you a thumbs up, nothing for 24 hours. And then in addition to that, they said that my post, anything that I post, would go to the bottom of the list for 29 days. And I started thinking, 29? That's a weird number. That's a weird amount of time. 29 days? 29. Like, how did they come up with 29? And I know a lot of people don't believe in numerology and don't think nothing of it, and that's fine. You don't have to believe it, and I'm not even asking you to believe it. But what I am going to tell you is that a lot of people who make the rules, a lot of the people who that people talk about all the time, believe in numerology. They believe in a lot of stuff that you don't believe in. And they go through their companies and how they run them, and the things that they do are based off of what they believe, not what you believe, but what they believe. So whether or not you believe it, it goes on. And so when it comes down to the numerology, you have the number 2, which is duality. So that's a separation. Okay, so you have the separation, like the mind and the body, or spirit and body, or you have God and the people. Like it's the ideal that things are separate instead of one. You don't have your soul and your physical body. They're all one. It's connected. And that's duality. Okay. Then you have the number 9. Okay. So to understand the number 9, we're going to understand the number 8. So number 8 is completion, because you have 2 circles that are enclosed. Infinity sign is complete. Okay. It's complete. You're going in circles. It's complete. You're done. The number 9 is to ascend to a higher level. So you're going up into a higher level. Okay. And that's what it is behind numerology. So 29. Then if you add those 2 numbers together, because in numerology, you always add the numbers together to get the actual number. And when you add 2 plus 9, you end up with an angelic number or spiritual number, 11. Okay, now you can break that down to 2 if you want to, but we're going to stop at 11 because it's a spiritual number. Okay, 11, 22, 33. Those are like spiritual numbers. 44, you get the picture. Those are your spiritual numbers. And 11 is a spiritual number. So for you to block me for 29 days for information that I was trying to provide to a select small group of people in a private group, not even to the whole public, but in a private group. So you are trying to withhold knowledge from somebody. That don't sound very spiritual to me. That don't sound very, not spiritual. That doesn't sound very godlike to me. It doesn't. Because you're trying to keep people in the dark. So what it did for me was it affirmed that the information in that article was true. It affirmed that what they do with these mortgages was true. Okay. And I'm not going to post it because I'm not, like I said, this is just to explain what happened and what I'm doing and why you won't see me on Facebook. I still be on Facebook sometimes, as far as posting little, dumb stuff like cats falling out of chairs and stuff like that. You might see that. But as far as me making an actual post and doing anything, I'm not going to be doing that. I will still do some stuff with Instagram. Make some posts for Instagram, but that'll be something separate. But all my stuff is just going to be on the YouTube channel. I'm not posting to Facebook or anybody else anymore because of the fact that that happened. So if you want to continue to get watch my videos, you want to continue with this information, then my suggestion is you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube so that you can get notified. I'm even kind of debating on sticking with YouTube and not going to Rumble. Okay, so like I'm telling y'all, this stuff is crazy. Stuff is crazy, and when you start down a spiritual road and you start learning stuff and you start becoming more spiritual, okay, or, and I hate the word that I hate that people use this, oh, I'm woke, I hate that, because most of the time when somebody tell you they woke, they still sleep. But that ideal of that awakening, that spiritual awakening, when you start to go through that process and you start to go down that rabbit hole, you start to see things that you can't unsee, and you start to have an understanding for things that otherwise before you started down that spiritual path you wouldn't have understood and you didn't see. And so I'm going to say it again. Whether or not you believe in this information, whether or not you believe in what's going on, it's going on. Because the people who do believe this mess, they're the ones that are the ones who are making laws against it. They're making rules on their companies against it. They're the ones that are going to block you and shut you down. Okay? So just understand that. But that's why Toya ain't really been on Facebook like that. And why I haven't been posting videos, because I'm pissed. Basically, I'm just pissed off, and I don't really want to deal with that. So I just said I was just gonna stop, because I'm not gonna sit here and worry about everything I post, especially when some of the stuff I'm about to start posting very soon they probably will be blocking me for. So it's just like, you know what, I think this is about time we end this Facebook relationship. And if it wasn't for some of the groups that I participate in, I probably would just deactivate my account. But I'm in some groups that I still want to get notified and I still participate in that are on Facebook. So I'll be on Facebook. And I have some family members we don't even know what happens to them unless it's on a Facebook. Not that really, because I'm really not on Facebook like that. I post this stuff and I get off. So either way, that's what's going on. That's why you haven't really been seeing me on Facebook. But that's it for today. That's all I have. I just wanted to say that. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. But again, it's not going to be on Facebook. It'll be on YouTube. So I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.